Hey everybody, it's Ravenous Kitty. I hope you're doing good today. So, the last video I made was pretty much talking about some of the current problems Feral has right now. And I showed you a little bit of this, a little bit of that. But with this video, I'm going to do straight up Legion 7.1 PVE Feral How-To Guide. Yeah, I guess I said that a little bit long. I don't really know. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and go over the best way to spec your artifact weapon, get to the most important spells you need to get to. Then I'm going to show you your talents, best talents you need, as well as your stat priority, and then I will go ahead and do the rotation for you after talking about it a bit first, because there's some things I want to let you in on you might not know. So let's get right to it, shall we? Alright, so let's start with the artifact tree here. Okay, so you're going to want to take the low road. Take it down, alright? Start after that Shredder Fangs. You're going to want to take Tear of Flesh, Protection of Ashmane, ignore Feral Power right now. Just keep going up this way, and until you get attuned to nature. Take your Open Wounds, then Ashmane's Energy, down to Razor Fangs, up to Scent of Blood, and you want to come all the way down here, Feral or Powerful Bite, and then this so you can get Ashmane's Bite, which is like a phantom extra rip that appears sometimes, and it's totally awesome to have. You want that, alright. And so you definitely want these three things. Then you just go back up this way, and it doesn't matter as much after that. You can just finish it up however. Shallow Thrash is okay, but it's not like the best thing ever. And these two are PvP ones, Honed Instincts and the Hardened Roots, so I didn't bother with those as much. I'll do those last. So I went ahead and went with Sharpened Claws to try to improve my AoE a little bit. But you guys can do either way after that. So now for relics, you want to get relics that increase your rip. Okay, that's what we want. Item level is definitely not as important here, guys. For us Feral Druids, it's not as important. For a lot of classes, it's whatever. Just get the highest item level. Item level is not everything, especially in this expansion. It really isn't, unless it's like super low, like 810. You know, you might use it over. But I have two that are RIP, and see, obviously one is low, was 840, and I have an 860 that is not a RIP one, which I need to get a RIP one for that. But yes, because RIP is going to be where a lot of our damage comes from, and that will go to your Razor Fangs. That's what we want. Okay, so keep it moving along. We'll go ahead and go to our regular talents. Okay, now you want to take Lunar Inspiration. It gives you an extra dot and kind of long range attack. It's helpful, and it also gives you one combo point every time you hit one. After that, I take Wild Charge. You know, you could also take Displacer Beast. You know, either one, okay, really, but I take Wild Charge. I like to just leaf on over to where I'm going. But you could take either. Now for this, Restoration Affinity is good for like out in the world for questing and stuff like that, but for raids, dungeons, you want to take Balance Affinity, because healers are supposed to keep you alive, as long as you do nothing stupid, obviously. And Balance Affinity is great because it increases the range of all your abilities by 5 yards. So that's just awesome when you're fighting a dragon and some idiot drops fire like right close to you, and you need to get closer to that dragon to hit it. But if you have this, you can stand back a little bit, still hit the dragon, and not stand in fire like a champ. So it works. It works out, okay? So then we're going to go over to Mighty Bash. I always take Mighty Bash. It's just helpful, like when we're pulling a lot of mobs or something. It's a helpful thing. And these two are just, you know, otherwise it really doesn't matter. They're PvP ones. Now, down here, obviously, I'm still not happy about, like I was saying in the last video, I still don't like that they put these on the same tree. But you want to go ahead and go with Savage Roar. I'm telling you, you're gonna do more damage overall, and there's other reasons too, because it goes good with Blood Talons. You're gonna want to take Savage Roar. It can suck a little bit to keep up sometimes, but it's worth it. It's very worth it. Then you want Jagged Wounds, because Jagged Wounds is totally awesome. Jagged Wounds, I mean, it shortens your bleed damage by a good amount. It's going to shorten your bleed damage, but oh well, you know, it's worth it. So that's why you have to make these two work together, but it's worth doing. Now, then you want Blood Talons, where your next two attacks will do 50% more damage. That, of course, is including your rips, and that's what you'll be using them on. You'll be using those two Blood Talon procs on Rip and Rake normally. But I'm going to tell you this. When Ashmane's Frenzy is not on cooldown, though, use it on Ashmane's Frenzy and Rip. It's really great. Otherwise, when it's on cooldown, then just do Rip and Rake with your Blood Talons. And I'll show you why. I'll show you how much damage it does. It really is great. So, let's go ahead now quickly and just tell you, obviously, alright, our stat priority, agility, then you want Mastery. After Mastery is crit, and then haste, and then versatility. Versatility isn't really that great, obviously, so do your best to get things with Mastery and crit on it. I've done my best to do that, and so that's what you want to try to do, the best of your ability. And now we are going to go ahead and do the rotation. Alright, so let's go ahead and open here. They need to make these things more scary, like make it an actual dragon or something. I don't know. Have it breathe fire at me. Alright, so you're going to open with Regrowth, this, Stealth, Break, okay, get your Savage Roar up, Zerg, alright, Ashmane's Frenzy, then Rip, Rake, Shred, Moonfire, and do it again, and now Rip, Rake, I swear, sometimes like these buttons are like slow. Like I'm trying to hit my Savage Roar and it will not come up for me sometimes. Like it will just it's like delayed or something. Not really sure why that is. I don't know. But like as you can see, you know, you definitely can do great damage. As for Druid, which keep all these things up together. And I will show you again, because I didn't mouse over, but saving you how much more damage your Ashmane's Frenzy can do is really kind of cool. Once that is up, I will show you. Yeah, let that fall off. I'm busy talking and I let stuff fall off. Come on, Leah. Jeez. Alright, so right there, right? So you can see how that was a Blood Talon Ashmane's Frenzy right there. That's a lot of damage. Alright, so it is definitely worth doing. Alright, so I mean, basically, you know, it's just a matter of maintaining your Savage Roar, keeping that up, and keeping your Blood Talon proc up with your bleeds. And Ashmane's Frenzy. Because not everybody does that, but when your Ashmane's Frenzy is not on cooldown, that's what I use it on. And it does definitely a good amount of damage. For sure. Now, that's kind of just the basis. I'm free to answer any questions you guys have, so feel free to leave them, and I'll be happy to answer anything you'd like to see in the future. Let me know. Anyway, if you like this video, please hit that like button and hit that subscribe button and join the Raven Army. And I will see you next time, guys. Bye!